Hola chicos, so let's talk about some reflexive verbs. Now this first part, the first page should pretty much be review, and then the second page and third page of these notes start to get us into a little bit more of something that you might not have been exposed to or something that we've kind of glossed over but not really gone in depth. So the first part, let's talk about a verb being reflexive when the subject receives the action of the verb. You've heard me say this before. That means that the person doing the action also receives the action. In English, this is implied by using the ending self and selves. In Spanish, we use a reflexive pronoun, and those reflexive pronouns are me, te, se, nos, o, se. Por ejemplo, ella se levanta. So she gets not just her friend up, not just her little brother up, she gets herself up. That se tells us herself. Nosotros nos levantamos. That means that we stand ourselves up. So some of these verbs that we've worked with, they describe daily routine actions, such as despertarse, to wake yourself up, ducharse, to shower yourself, peinarse, to comb your hair, your own hair, vestirse, to get yourself dressed, acostarse, to go put yourself to bed. So if I didn't have that say on there, I could maybe say that I comb my little sister's hair, or that I get my little sister dressed, or that I put my little sister to bed. With that say, though, it implies that I'm doing the action to myself. Other reflexive verbs describe a physical or mental state, such as divertirse, which means to enjoy oneself, sentirse, meaning to feel an emotion. Some reflexive verbs describe a change of state, and they carry the added meaning of to get or to become, such as me enojé, I got mad. Te aburriste, did you get bored? Se puso muy nervioso, he became nervous. Se cansan, they got tired, or they get tired. Some verbs have a different meaning when used reflexively, such as ir, meaning to go, versus irse, meaning to leave. Parecer, meaning to seem, parecerse a, meaning to look like, quitar, meaning to take away, quitarse, meaning to take off, se quita la ropa después de llegar a casa. Perder, we know as to lose, such as to lose weight, perder peso. Perderse, se perdió en el bosque, to get lost. Dormir, to sleep, dormirse, to fall asleep. Quedar, to be located, quedarse, to stay. Volver, to return, volverse, to become. You're always going to use these verbs in the reflexive. Darse cuenta, meaning to realize. Quejarse, meaning to complain. Portarse bien, portarse mal, to behave. So let's keep going. These are reflexive pronouns and reciprocal actions. To tell what people do to or for one another, these are called reciprocal pronouns. We're going to use nos and se before the first and third person plural of certain verbs. So we hug each other, they hug each other. These are what we call reciprocal actions. So I hug, somebody else hugs, and so we hug each other. We receive the actions as well. They hug, he hugs her, she hugs him. They both do the actions and they both receive the actions as well. So this is what we call reciprocal actions. Por ejemplo, mis hermanos y yo no nos peleamos. We don't fight each other. Alonso y Fernanda se llaman todos los días. They call each other, pero se ven muy poco. But they don't see each other very often. Some examples of reflexive verbs that are used reciprocally. Abrazarse, to hug each other. Escribirse, to write each other. Comprenderse, to understand each other. Llamarse, to call each other. Entenderse, to understand each other. Saludarse, to greet each other. Leerse, to read each other. Besarse, to kiss each other. Pelearse, to fight with each other. Contarse, to tell each other. Ayudarse, to help each other. Hablarse, to talk to each other. Conocerse, to know each other. Llevarse, to get along with each other. Okay, and that concludes our lesson today of reflexive and reflexive pronouns.